Welcome, welcome, welcome. I wanted to come on and talk about the command to heal my ancestors, Ceremonies of Evolution, to heal past, present, and future generations from the purgatory called slavery. Here it is right here. This is actually a painting. It's just in blue and white or black and white, but it's a full color painting that I painted back in 2016. So here we are. We don't get to escape the things that scare us sometimes. And this command was a transmission that was given to me in 2016. And I do this at home in this space that you see behind me called my altar. And I've done it for all of these years by myself. I've done it twice for individuals and twice publicly. That's it. And we're in some extraordinary times. And this transmission came to me through a series of art called Brown-Hued Women Walk on Common Ground. And at the time, it was talking about all of the different segments within the brown and black-hued women's communities throughout America and throughout the world, and how we were really judgmental. And the womb of our ancestries is the womb of the healing, and it was time for us to understand that we all have a gift to bring to the table. And in 2016, I was not as spiritually mature as I have come to be since a journey called cancer, and I was afraid of this work. I was, quite frankly, I had women from all different walks of life expressed opinions of my work that were hard. And I took it personally, and it was hard. It was hard to be in community. So this work, these transmissions, there's 5 of them. I've done it over one day, 5 pourings over one day, and I've done this, usually I do it over 5 days, pouring a day. It's a lovely retreat, and it's a lovely way to come into some inwardness. And it's a contribution to the world. Our ancestors are tired, and in this extraordinary time, it now makes sense what they were saying in 2016, because in this extraordinary time, it's time for us to come together. In the meantime, I had thought that this was going to be a retreat for brown-hued women. And I think, at least for this first pouring, and there'll be times that I will want to do this exclusively for brown-hued women, because I think that we have a unique set of circumstances and healings and coming together. But as I've sat quietly in reflection over the last few days, I think I'm going to open it up to anybody who would like to attend. There's a lot of protesting going on in the streets right now, and there's a lot of people standing shoulder to shoulder just for what's right for humanity and what's right for this world. I also had an experience it was before this work, and when I was doing table work, I had somebody on my table, and an ancestor came forward for her, and it was her father, who was a white slave owner, and he came forward to apologize for the life she had led. It was really an extraordinary experience. So I suspect that we have all incarnated in different shapes and nationalities and sexes, and spiritual belief systems, because it's all one. So I wanted to just as I walk as humanity, I raise my soul to the essence of my true being. The practice of spiritual circulation is really important, that we understand that this is a circulation of experiences, of energy, and exchange of love. The transmission had said to remember the wisdom keepers of your generation and to make sure that they're well cared for, to check in on your elders and reconnect, gift, and appreciate and rededicate yourself to a practice of upliftment and fortifies and nourishing the matriarchs and the patriarchs of your lineage. Let's see what else is in here. My guidance is stating that the release of the command is important at this time because we African Americans are not tapping into the new energies, the divine 6th and 7th, as well as other gateways. And why is this happening? Because we have been a tradition of family oral histories across many segments of our diverse cultures. And this means that we are listening to the guidance from which our ancestors have relied on. However, these energies shift, and we are not accessing or tapping into what is called the new energies. And this is a time of remembering. These energies are inherent within us, and we are reawakening and causing a new sensitivity to the divine frequencies. And what is happening in the frequencies is just like tuning into radio frequencies. The earth is shifting, and we have an opportunity to be part of that shift or to be left behind. And these energies are not ruled by dogma. There's so much that's so important, because since all of this has happened, I keep getting, you are the guru, and to come into your own gifts. No belief system or religious order has dominance or owns the frequencies. These frequencies are in the natural. And as Earth shifts, so must humanity. And if we wish to remain connected, healthy, viable, and sustained through the divine nature. And as we are the ancestors, the ancestral purgatory that the guidance is teaching about is simply the recycling of the drudgery. And it's time to uplift our collective energies. To be clear, this is only one transmission coming through one receiver, and I strongly suspect that others have received similar insight. My caution always is to be in discernment of both the message as well as the messenger. The rightness for you will feel peaceful and supportive and uncomplicated and kind. Space will be available for you to reflect and to receive your own guidance, as well as insight for your family, unit, and future lineages. If you are led to do the command to heal my ancestors, know this: you are the healer within your clan. You are the one to do this work, and to do this work within your family, to receive the energies of transcendence, to enter the light gateways, and to be your lineage's guide. You have probably already begun to feel the subtle shifts and the energies that are occurring. Blessings be unto you. May you know the divine intimately. And this was written back in 2016, and look at where we are now. So I suspect that this offering will be made over several periods of time, and that we will come into community together to be in communion. I have said during this time of expansion, what is mine to do? Having that contemplative space of what is mine to do. So this is one of the things that if you are called to be here, please, please, please be here. Okay? All right. May you know the divine intimately. Namaste.